We're all ready to play some Jeopardy! Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I'm the CowHatLibrarian, and this was an interesting one. I picked it up in my local public library, largely because of the art style that looked interesting, and it turned out to be a pretty good book overall. It is When You Find a Question by Allie, Millington and Anne Lambelet. As our story starts, there is a town, and please ignore the sound of my cat playing with a toy spring on the ground. There's a town where people dig up answers, and that's all they do. They collect these answers and they stack these answers, and it makes the world kind of dark and dingy and the viewpoint limited, and occasionally they find a question, but they toss it aside. There's no value to questions. They want answers. And a boy finds a question, tries to ignore it and leave it and go on looking for answers, but the question was kind of interesting, and he decided to keep it. And he wondered, like, are these people going to react to him having a question? Do they laugh at him? But he hangs on to it, and sneaks peeks at it, and sleeps with it, and the more he wondered about it, the bigger the question got. And he couldn't hide it anymore. He let his question out, and when everyone saw it, instead of laughing or anything, they had questions about the question. Where did it come from? Is it dangerous? What do we do with one of these? And the question lifts into the air, and its brightness shines so much that it dispels the dust and gloom. It makes it so people can see things they hadn't seen before. And other people start showing their questions they'd hidden away. And it let them explore all sorts of new paths. And the next time the boy found one, he didn't try to hide it. Okay, so that's the story. Before I get into the actual story itself, the writing is fine. It flows smoothly enough. And there's the different placement of the text helps the flow of the story. It gives a definite direction to all the illustrations and such, and gives a better feeling of time passing than if it had all just been crunched at the bottom underneath each illustration. The art style is quite good. It makes me think of a painting of a plasticine illustration. The really, really detailed plasticine illustrations that some book creators use, and I'm blanking on the names right now, but a drawing or painting of them. It's stylized, it's detailed, it's compelling to look at. I liked it a lot. As for the actual story, I think for the younger crowd, it'll just be taken as face value. Some people don't like asking questions. Hey, the boy asked a question, it was fine. Other people could ask questions. They lived happily ever after the end. I think there's a couple more layers to this potentially. I think one that resonated with me personally was the idea that if you grow up in a particular area, if you live your life in a particular place with particular people surrounding you, if you are on certain communities online, you're told that this is the way to think about things, that this person from this party is always wrong, this person from this party is always right, that you should follow this particular belief system until the end of time, and that it's right, this is the answer. And I think exposing kids to books like this that say, no, like, value your questions. Ask the questions. Don't just be satisfied with those easy answers, especially when we live in an era of rage-baity answers that are designed to make people mad and drive engagement, and don't always worry about the real issues and the real things going on. I think this is a valuable lesson for kids to learn, to think about their questions and be willing to ask those questions and look for answers and not just accept the easy ones that are handed to them by people who want you to believe the same things they do. I think this would make a phenomenal introduction to information literacy for the youngest crowd, about looking for reliable sources for things and not just believing everything you read online. So well, as a story for entertainment value, maybe I wouldn't rank it as highly as some of the other picture books I love so much, but for that purpose, for giving a brief, age-appropriate, friendly introduction to the idea that you can question ideas and you can learn more about them and that that's just fine, I think it succeeds. I recommend it. Go borrow it from your public library. While I'm on that topic, if you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library, why not take just 1 minute and tell the powers that be exactly that? Tell your mayor, tell your council member, tell your MP or MLA that you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library. We're at a time where some public libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to continue improving the materials, programs, and services they offer. And a few good words in the right ears might make a world of difference. Now, if by some chance you're a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, thanks for listening to me give you all the easy answers about this book about questions. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back and see what else I have to talk about from the CowHat Library. Thank you. Bye now.